Welcome to another episode of Brainpickers, featuring Lena Ross of Change Hacks and Dr. Jen Frahm of Conversations of Change.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 6 of the Brainpickers series. I'm Dr. Jen Frahm, this is Lena Ross.
Hi.
Today we're talking about micro-learning, which has become the new sexy buzzword that we're all attuned to. Lena, you've just published a really good article about micro is the new big. What's the gist of that?
Well, micro is a word that we're hearing a lot about at the moment, and how these small things can make a big difference. Like we hear about micro influencers. Mm-hmm. If you have 3,000 plus followers, all of a sudden you're a micro influencer. You hear about micro behaviours and the impact they can have on other people. We even hear about microdosing LSD.
Yes, very big.
If you've read 9 Perfect Strangers, it was quite popularised by that book in itself. But micro-learning is a buzzword, as a lot of other micro things are.
How do you define it?
Good question. Micro-learning is learning in small bites, so in really small chunks. And it's very brain-friendly as well as you do that, because you're learning in much smaller chunks than, say, a scheduled learning event that might go for half a day or a day.
And I think that really taps into some of the pain points that I'm seeing in clients at the moment, which is they just don't have time to take people out of the workforce and put them in day-long 2-day workshops to build their knowledge. And at the same time, with the pace of change happening, there is still a desperate need to build knowledge around change capability, an understanding of what it means to be change ready, what it means to be agile in our organisation. So the knowledge uplift is there.
Yes.
How we deliver it perhaps has changed. What, from your perspective, are the successful enablers? What makes for a good micro-learning experience?
I think a good micro-learning experience is about providing people in an organisation with opportunities to take those small chunks. One of the things that makes it quite successful is because it has the anytime, anywhere aspect to it, because some of those are small clips, for example, that you can consume. And now the way we're consuming information is typically through our personal devices in very small chunks. Sometimes we're learning through watching perhaps a TED Talk or listening to a podcast, and we can do that anytime, anywhere. And that's quite appealing. And then there's also the appeal of learning when you need it, rather than learning at a scheduled event and then wondering, when am I going to apply this? It actually doesn't really resonate with me right now.
That's right, because it's not attached to the event. And it kind of, the thing that it's bringing up for me is, if you've ever watched Formula One.
Yes.
And so the cars come in and you've got to have that really quick change of the tyres without stopping momentum.
Yes.
And so our need to build knowledge at a time when we can't actually slow down is really important.
Yeah, that's a really good metaphor. So you keep the momentum, but you've got to stop, consume a little bit of capability or skill uplift, and then just keep going and applying it straight away. That's perfect.
So this is part of the reason some of those of you watching will know that Lena and I have developed the Change Pick and Mix, which is a program designed of scaffolded knowledge in bite-sized pieces around a micro-learning approach. What do you see the benefits are, or the components are, of the Change Pick and Mix that people should know about?
Because organisations sometimes don't even have the time to stop and think about, how do I do micro-learning, even though they know they need to. I think the product is great. So the elements of Change Pick and Mix do include short clips that can be consumed anytime, anywhere, which is an important aspect of micro-learning. And then we can also support that with coaching sessions, because we understand that being able to talk about what people learn is an important way for them to embed what they've learned. And in the Pick and Mix short clips, which we call learning bumps, also experiments that we ask our participants to do.
So they get to apply it straight away in real time.
We ask them to apply it, and most of those experiments also ask them to go and talk to their teams about it, so they've also got that peer-to-peer connection as well. So I think we've covered a lot of bases with Pick and Mix.
Indeed. So, final last words on micro-learning. What would you want people to know?
It's the way that we're meant to learn, I think. It's you learn just in time when you need it, and it's very consumable in small chunks, and everyone has a personal device now, so it's so accessible and so easy.
Terrific.
What about your final words?
My final is, I think the sense of, for me, it's about coming into micro-learning with a sense of experimentation and curiosity. It shifts the way that we learn and our preconceptions around what learning is to doing it in a new way. And, if you're needing help in terms of how to do that, then we can help you with that.
Totally. That's a good point.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
see you
you.
next time.
See ya.
If you'd like to pick their brains, find out more here.